So this episode of Dragon Ball Super follows the same principle as last week's, where we cover the world building. So this episode goes through the hype of the first ever female Super Saiyan in this series being born in Caulifla, with the whole thing with Boo, with I guess technically Krillin and 18 temporarily quitting the team by having Goku, I guess given the idea of going up to Frieza to ask him to be the 10th and final member of the Universe 7 team. There's a number of questions that have kind of been answered in this episode, but let's start off with, I guess, Goku trying to wake up Boo. He goes up to where Mr. Satan is. Boo is not waking up or anything. Boo has worn off because he's fallen asleep, so he's unmotivated. Usually when he falls asleep for 2 seconds, he's re-energized, but not the case. So that's why his appearance is not changing the opening, and it's still misleading the spot, given the fact that now we know Boo is not going to be part of 7, so it has to be altered quick. But then again, Dragon Ball Super anime did something that I thought they might do. When I made this discussion last week, I said there's a possibility there's some they haven't revealed yet when it comes to certain fighters in the tournament, and we go to Universe 3 and we come out to find out that's the case, and we still got some fighters yet to see. So, and we get to see 2 new fighters from Universe 3. We get to see the God of Destruction Moscow, the Robot God of Destruction, and we get to find out, we get to see Nigirishi. We also get introduced to Narirama, and I think it's the equivalent to Megiddo from Universe 6. Only his abilities are quite unique considering the fact he can stretch his arms and legs. He's kind of like the metal version of Luffy. It can also suck things up. That may be plot device for like causing the ring out, because I said in my discussion I think there's a possibility one of the fighters could level part of the platform, and whoever standing in that area could be eliminated. So maybe Narirama's going to be the one to do it. So Nigirishi's kind of been revealed to be the strongest in that universe. So I really want to see what he can do. And that brings up my point about I figured the Dragon Ball Super anime won't reveal all the fighters that are going to be top notch in the tournament, just to play with that expectation. So that's kind of cool. Plus, I don't think we saw them in the opening. I could be wrong, but I don't think we saw them in the opening. And judging from the preview, we're going to Universe 4 too. I think that's going to reveal the fighters that's described to have the insect-like cicada fighter, which still reminds me of Imperfect Cell. And we're also going to find out there's more robots along the way, because some of them need to be modified. So, and it's confirmed that they do need 10 members. There's no cop-outs here. There's no like, oh, we only got 9 fighters, but could we join? No, we need 10 fighters to join, or you're done. So, and we don't really get to see, we get to see partially because it's kind of silhouette, but the ones that are being modified, we're going to get to see it at the tournament again. That's like the Dragon Ball Super anime, not reveal all the eggs in the basket. So I like that. It's 11. Topo actually finds out the Caswell's been helping some kids out. That's the reason why they respond, or they come to their meeting place, into that bar where Dispo and Topo was talking last week, because he was rescuing a cat, and Topo finds this out. It's like, oh, you were helping them out, weren't you? But then Topo and Caswell do go to that bar, and he's kind of talked into joining Team Universe 11, which we knew he would anyway, because considering they need 10 top-notch fighters. We don't know what they can do at the tournament. Topo actually kind of says, listen, when you're away, who's going to protect the kids? The people underneath you that is not strong will be able to protect the citizens on this planet, because it's going to be unguarded. But if they lose, the universe is going to be wiped out anyway, so that makes no sense. We saw Dispo in the previous episode. We have to see Jiren at some point. He may be the last to enter the tournament. Well, obviously he's the heavy hitter, the biggest threat when it comes to Goku on this tournament. And we go to Universe 6, and obviously we knew that the hype was going to be centered around the first female Super Saiyan being born ever in the series. But I gotta say, I like the sequence. I like how it's all built up. The way it was explained from Kabe, the way he was trying to piss off Caulifla, only he's been a bit timid about it. So it's like, and Caulifla obviously has an intimidating presence. She's like the universe's equivalent to Chi-Ji, so maybe there's going to be something there. So the thing about this now is like, this raises a whole lot of questions. Is how gifted can Caulifla be just to get it in one shot like this? I mean, technically, Goten and Trunks, that was never explained. They just managed to beef up to Super Saiyan just like that. So it's like, with Caulifla, it was a slow process, but it was a build up in that episode, because Kabe was kind of like, yeah, trying to piss her off. It was kind of working, but the Caulifla says, oh, that's all I need. So remember that sensation. It's all about having that tingly sensation. It's like spiking his hair up, like kind of like trying to reminisce of Super Saiyan, but it's like no, it comes down to the feeling you get once you get pissed off, and after you maintain it, you control. It kind of describes it works your way through your back and then onwards and through your entire body before it overloads and becomes Super Saiyan. That's what I like how it follows that sequence with Caulifla. You see the aura just glow up before she transforms. Anyway, there's a shot where she goes Super Saiyan briefly, but she doesn't maintain it because she can't control it. I like that because it's the same thing that happened with Gohan. We saw the glimpse of him going Super Saiyan, but he wasn't able to maintain it until later on and control it better. So maybe it's going to be the same thing for Caulifla. Seems to have this knack. She has to see a knack for this type of thing. So it's like there's a shot of her hair. It resembles Super Saiyan 2. I don't know if that's foreshadowing or not. There's obviously no lightning or aura, so it's not Super Saiyan 2. But I do agree with the fact. I think by the total of power, each of the Saiyans in Universe 6 have to get a power boost. And Kale may be the exception because she may be naturally sunk. But Caulifla seems to be more naturally gifted, given the fact that she can get things down quick. Because even Kabe says, "Oh, you mastered this already, so you're pretty good." So she goes into the transformation sequence. It's epic. The animation's great. The art style. What's your thoughts on Super Saiyan Caulifla, Super Saiyan design? Obviously, the fact that she looks hot. No, what do you think about her design? Because personally, I think it's badass. Some of the fact she's the first female Super Saiyan in this series, so it's kind of neat. When she glows up the energy blast, that she looks kind of sharp, but then it looks like there's a part where she's going to fire it at Kabe. She fires it up in the air, releases a shockwave, sends Kabe and Kale flying back, and she comes out. There's another Saiyan who can enter the tournament as well, right, Kale? And she already knew that she's hiding behind the rocks. She's timid. We know she's going to be transforming. Judging from the preview, she's transforming next week, so that's going to be real. Plus, there's a lot of discussion about there being a love triangle. I don't think so, considering the fact that Kabe, it may be a one-sided triangle when it comes to KO, but we don't really know anything from Kabe. If anything, he has a connection with Caulifla, but he seems more intimidating than anything else. We didn't know anything about KO, and the reason is because Caulifla said, "Oh, she's my protege, so she's a Saiyan in training, so she may be the exception to the rule because if she can go Berserker Super Saiyan, where did she come from? From the same race? Because it's obvious she has a backstory, but obviously we get some glimpse into her voice actor. She's a lot timid in her voice because when Caulifla says, "Oh, you can do this too, right?" and she's like, "No, I don't think so, but we know best." So yeah, I say Kabe has his hands full. I think it's more than just coincidence. At this point, we have 3 Saiyans from Universe 6 and 3 Saiyans from Universe 7. They're definitely going to fight out. I want to see Goku versus Caulifla. Personally, I'd love to see against KO. Caulifla seems to be a lot more gifted in terms of controlling your ability. Caulifla seems a lot better. KO seems to be a lot more out of control because of an emotional outburst because she's a lot quiet. So that could have some drawbacks. Kabe obviously is going to have a rematch with Vegeta, so he needs to bulk up too. Each of them may go beyond Super Saiyan. Kale, I don't know how strong she is when she goes into Berserker Super Saiyan state, other than the fact it looks really cool. But I want to see Gohan go up against that. Goku versus Caulifla, and just Kabe versus Vegeta, because that's a rematch that's bound to happen. Frost to deal with as well. But that's the reason we have Frieza in there now, is because maybe he can deal with Frost. And I still want to see that happen, by the way. I still want to see Sapphire Frost versus Golden Frieza. Hashtag that on Twitter. So I definitely want to see that. And obviously the struggles continue. Krillin and 18 arrive. I guess the cat's out of the bag now because TM Brooks was mentioning about the prize minute, and Krillin's like, "Wait a minute, what's going on here? Is Goku BSing us?" And while this is going on, Vegeta's busting out the time chamber. He blew up the time chamber, which we knew he would. And everybody can feel his key presence. They can feel his key. I don't know. Obviously, he's going to get a power boost, but I don't know if he's going to get a new mode, which has to be strong enough to deal with the chick from Universe 2 who can transform into a Teletubby, Brianne. So obviously, Vegeta's going to have to power up somewhat. So, but also Vegeta now knows about Goku BSing them, or he just seems pissed off anyway. So it's like Goku reappears, everybody's got the word, they know what's up. We knew this was going to happen, but I gotta say this, Krillin's reasoning for wanting to quit the team, at first, in theory, it seems a lot more relatable, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense because, and Krillin at 18 says like, yeah, I'm leaving because there's no money involved with this, so fuck that. Says like, no, because to me that makes no sense, because if you don't compete, your universe may be erased anyway, because you have to have 10 members of a team. So it's like, I don't think they understand that concept. But yeah, I can understand where they're coming from, like Goku BS in there. He should have told that from the get-go. However, Krillin's reason kind of didn't make a whole lot of sense, because he said, and I quote, I can understand Gohan keeping this from us, but you, Goku, I guess because the best friend, there's no trust involved. But even Goku kind of like says, listen, even if I told you, you'd probably still quit anyway, and that's why I didn't tell you. And he's right. He's right. Krillin said, yeah. Even Krillin said, yeah, you're probably right. The whole speech about Gohan knowing, I can understand Gohan knowing and not telling us, but you, Goku, that makes no sense, because what's the difference between Gohan and Goku? And if it's because they're best friends, that makes even less sense, because Gohan was the one that came up. Again, he was the one that said not to let everybody know about this, so there's no panic involved. So it's like, yeah. So Goku was only keeping his mouth shut because of that. So it's like, because he ended up telling 17, so it's like, you know, it's like, joined the team anyway if they're known. Personally, I don't think so, but it doesn't. Again, it doesn't last long, does it? Because Beerus came in. It's like, you know what? You're gonna quit the team, boy. You're gonna quit the team, boy. And I was hoping he would do this. And changes tune pretty quick. What happened to all that characterization, Krillin? You're not gonna walk out anymore. So there you go. So that's resolved. 18. Bulma kind of says, "Oh, I'll come up with the money, so don't worry about it." So they're good. That's resolved. We can move on. But then Beerus is the one that kind of brings up the whole subject about, this is your fault, you know, because you wiped out Frieza's army. We have only 9 members. I don't think he did that intentionally, and then Goku's the one that kind of realized, oh, you're right. You know what? I need to go to Frieza. And everybody's response is kind of like the fandom's was. The moment when we heard this in the spoilers, it's like, what the fuck? He's going to ask Frieza to join Team Universe 7. Now, on paper, it doesn't seem possible. If you notice the preview, it reveals a lot more than I think the anime was hoping for, because look at the facial expressions of Frieza and Goku. There's not a lot of animosity involved. I don't see any fighting. There's not enough time for that. So I think what's going to happen is they're going to come to some sort of arrangement. Goku walking off very, very calm. Frieza the same way. But they're going to have to give Frieza something in exchange. So listen, you put in the work. Maybe Goku says, you know what, I'll give you another crack at me. I know we've got things to settle, so maybe that's the case. So, and we know Frieza's hatred for Goku, but maybe it's the hatred of Goku that actually ends up helping out Team Universe 7 in the Tournament of Power before they end up fighting off again. Maybe that's the case, because they see Brett come. Frieza goes into golden form, which obviously, at first glance it looks like they're going to fight. I don't think so. The fact that he's going into golden Frieza, does this mean now he's able to control it better, or is he going to train before the tournament actually begins? Because there's no point of him going in golden Frieza if he's just going to burn up his energy. So, no. Plus, if he's going to fight Frost, they're going to be on the same boat, because neither one of them are trained. They're pretty much in isolation. Well, one's been running away, one's been pretty much stuck, not able to go anywhere in a cocoon. So, yeah. So, both of them got work to put in. But now we can move on. We know Frieza's going to be the 10th member. We know how that's going to play itself out. Also, KO's going to go erupt and become the female Super Saiyan, maybe even the female legendary Super Saiyan. That's not confirmed yet, but I can't wait for that. Also, the facts from Universe 4 may get revealed, so I can't wait for that either. That's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think we can all agree the Tournament of Power is going to be nuts, so I can't wait for that. Like this review if you did, appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel for more Dragon Ball Super. Comment down below your thoughts. Catch you guys later. Thanks, guys. Bye.